what is the most likely outcome. You guys are rock stars out there. I know each and every one of you is as smart as me, if not smarter. You guys can do everything I can do. You can get there. It just takes a little work, and I promise you can get there.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Gareth Soloway shares his bold crypto predictions and Bitcoin insights. Let's dive into the charts and uncover what could happen next.
The market will humble you. You're never going to be 100%, which always has to keep you grounded and careful. Because when you get too cocky, what is our normal reaction? When you think you're not going to lose, what do? You bet the farm. And the market has a tendency to know when that happens, and then it takes the farm. The cycle period, we are in the midst of it, and you can just see what is going on around the world. It is pretty nuts. Israel striking Iran's nuclear and military facilities in the overnight. The futures dumping out. S&P was down over 100 points. It has rallied back in the near term. Now, yesterday we had the 30-year bond auction. It actually went relatively well. So again, it went relatively well. That was a non-event for the markets. The markets actually ended green yesterday, but today again, right into it. And again, look at what's going on around this cycle date. You had the horrendous India plane crash. Now you have Israel striking Iran. We obviously have the protests in LA. A lot of this stuff, again, this is something about it, amazing stuff. And I've done this for 26 years. And these cycle dates, while they don't always hit the nail on the head, there is something to them more often than not. Just like in trading charts, it's based on probability.
Trump Media and Technology Group, the parent company of Truth Social and partially owned by former President Donald Trump, just got a major green light from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC has officially approved TMTG's registration statement tied to its ambitious $2.3 billion Bitcoin Treasury move. This comes just weeks after the company confirmed its capital raise to buy Bitcoin, reversing earlier denials of such plans. The SEC's approval, filed on June 13, makes TMTG's S3 registration effective. This type of filing allows U.S. companies to register the resale of shares and other securities. In TMTG's case, that includes roughly 56 million shares and 29 million tied to convertible notes across nearly 50 investors. While the registration offers flexibility for future fundraising, the company says it doesn't plan to issue new securities right away. CEO Devin Nunes said the firm is moving aggressively to expand its reach, not just through media and streaming, but now with a Bitcoin treasury. He called Bitcoin an apex instrument of financial freedom, framing it as essential to the company's long-term vision. The company has also filed to launch a Bitcoin ETF, signaling deeper involvement in crypto. As Bitcoin becomes central to TMTG's strategy, many are wondering if Trump Media is aiming to rival the big names in digital finance.
Remember, the dollar is a safe haven asset. It is up today. It started to break down, but notice there's been no confirmation of the breakdown. Remember, to confirm, you have to close the next day below the low of the previous candle. Today, we're actually back to this line. So basically, at this point, this is considered a fake out in the methodology that I teach, and we're right back here. Now, if we confirm, it becomes a legit breakdown, but right now that has not happened. Going to the 10-year is up. This is kind of interesting. Now, granted, the 10-year was down 4 days in a row, but usually when there's fear, what happens? People rush into treasuries. They buy treasuries, and that makes yields go down. Yields today are up, which is just, again, it's nothing major. It's not like we're up a lot, but it is something that I'm just paying attention to. Remember, yesterday we talked about maybe a small bounce coming in because we were at a pivot low here, just a short-term little low. This is only minor support, but we're right into there, and we are getting that little bit of a bounce. I still think overall yields will curl over in the coming weeks and go lower. Gold, let's take a look at gold real quick. Gold, of course, the classic safe haven asset. It is breaking up. Notice, again, it's now right to this previous pivot right here. And again, we can see very clearly how that line goes right there. So this is your short-term resistance. If it breaks through here, we test 3,500. Again, I've been guiding you guys perfectly on this chart. We talked about, and I was actually short here, and then I re-shorted here, and then I just went to cash because this was a bullish consolidation, and then we broke above, retraced to the scene of the crime, boom, right to the upside we go. All right, silver. Now, silver obviously is not a safe haven asset as much. It had a great run about a week or week and a half ago. Since then, it's been consolidating, but this is bullish consolidation. So while I am not long silver at this point, I was short. I was long up here, but I didn't want to go short. This is where I would rebuy, and I think I said this yesterday, is silver is not something I want to short right now. It's too explosive. We talked about how it's just breaking out of the longer-term trend line right here. It just broke out. So the only thing I would do on silver is if it pulls back here, I would buy it. I'm not going to pay up for it here. If it gets one dump out here, yes, I would buy it in that situation. Natural gas we'll go over. Then I'm going to go over a couple stocks. I know it's been a little bit, usually I do the stocks earlier on, but in all fairness, today, the commodities are more important than the stocks because, again, they're moving much, much more. Natural gas is not moving much, much more. It's basically just going sideways. Let's flip over back to stocks. Restoration Hardware, or RH, is up today. It's having a decent move. Nothing yet to write home about. The one level where I would consider a day trade short would be at 249 to 250. Gap fill, see the close here and the open down here. That's a big gap right there. If gap were to get filled today, I would expect a pullback off that level. And then Adobe reported earnings yesterday after the bell. The stock initially popping all the way up to 445 and then just going lower, folks. Going down, down, down at 390 now or so. If we look at this, there is a technical level coming into play. There's a key level around 383. That actually very likely could be hit today. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. But again, this would be my first gap. This is a gap fill right here. That would be a level for a potential day trade.
Over $3 billion in Bitcoin options are expiring today, and the market is bracing for potential turbulence. With a max pain price set at $107,000 and a put/call ratio of 0.95, the odds suggest most traders were betting on the upside. However, Bitcoin is currently trading below that level, around $104,682, meaning many call holders are facing losses while short sellers could be in for gains. This setup is pushing traders to open new short positions or cash out early, and the numbers back it up. Options open interest has jumped nearly 4% to $46.06 billion, while trading volume exploded by over 107% in just 24 hours. Futures markets show a similar trend. Long positions saw $422 million in liquidations, while shorts lost just $28 million, revealing strong selling pressure. Despite the tension, spot and ETF buyers are still holding steady. Over $150 million in Bitcoin moved onto exchanges in a day, and spot ETF absorbed $982 million in 3 days. These big inflows suggest long-term optimism, even as the short term looks shaky. Without a sharp rebound above $107,000, more downward pressure could build. All eyes are now on whether these spot buyers can hold the line or if another drop is coming. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.